This is like gonna nail it all in one big conversation, and then we'll build from here, and then we'll get it rolling. All right, so as soon as I get to 130 people, I'm gonna start. That sound good? This will probably last about 25 minutes, and then I'll let you guys marinate on it, and then we'll roll out. Ohio, all these people from Ohio, man, that's good stuff. Cool, one more person, just one more. We're at 129, 130, there we go. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it on here on this page anyway, so you guys can watch it later. Hold on, I've seen the Royals, okay. So first, before we even start, this call has absolutely nothing to do with the Shift Shop. I don't even want to talk about the Shift Shop. This call is just me just pouring into you, and just hoping that you can kind of see life through different lenses, or just kind of see things differently. Just some, me kind of pondering some of the responses from the video I put out Friday. So yeah, this has nothing to do with the Shift Shop. I mean, if you ask about it, I'll answer questions, but I'd rather it not be about the Shift Shop. I just want it to be about you guys. And the Shift Shop's going to take care of itself. We got plenty of time to talk about that. So I put the video out the other day. And actually, there was a couple coaches that suggested that they brought this to my attention. And so they're in a test group. And, my involvement in the test group, that's like my family. I got my gym family here in Ohio, and then I have my test group family. You spend a lot of time with people, you start connecting with them, and you start, bonding with them on a whole nother level, and you start to get to know them personally. And then when you start to get to know people personally, even my gym people, my gym family here in Ohio will tell you, like, we're a tight knit clique. And so, when your family, and I'm speaking my gym family and my Shift Shop family and my test group family, we all family. When your family members are struggling, if you truly love them and have, passion for people, you're affected by it. Like, you are, and I'm affected by this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, honestly, I'm just being straight up honest with you. And my people at home will tell you, this is who I am. If we can't get a grip on this, I don't care about the Shift Shop coming out in 2 weeks or not. I'm just not going to feel good about it. I'm just not. I don't want to be, I got to make sure everybody is, in a better place before I can actually enjoy, this program. And I'm not going to be able to enjoy it unless everyone get a glimpse of what I have to share with you tonight. So anyway, as I was saying, if your family is affected or something's wrong in your family, then you're not right, and I'm not right. So I put a video out the other day, and I just said, what is it that you're struggling with? Let's kind of handle that a little bit, because I don't want you to go through another year of false expectations that you may have put on yourself, or just going through the motions. And so, some of the feedback was some people were struggling with consistency, self-doubt, eating, just, managing their coaching business, and just really in a tough place. And so, my response to that is, I get it. I get it. I went through the same thing, for my troubles and, stuff I went through last a couple years ago. I was in that same place, and that's why I felt like I needed to take action and really, share some things with you guys. So let me explain something to you. First and foremost, everybody on this call come from a different walk of life. All right. And so we all have, dreams, goals, ambitions to do and accomplish, pursue different things. And so I said all that to say this. First and foremost, your coaching business, or, whatever business it may be, since I know there's different people in here, I'm just going to open it up and just kind of speak from a wide perspective. But whatever business that you have, that business is only going to reflect what you represent internally. It has nothing to do with anything exterior at all. You know, there's different, and I said that to say this, you know, there's a million of you Beachbody coaches. My buddy Dan has an insurance agent. There's a million insurance agents. I'm a trainer. There's millions of trainers in this world. But what we have to understand is those aren't our competitors. Like all those, the other coaches, the other insurance agencies, the other trainers, the other barbers, whatever your other line of work is, that's not our competition, guys. What that is called fear. It's fear that you think that they're either going to take your business, or you fear yourself by comparing their success to yours. And we all have our own walks of life. We all have our own path. You know, we all have our own journey. And so what I want you to understand, that let's just immediately just get rid of the competition thing right out the gate. You know, I've never, ever compared myself to another trainer. All my attention, my comparison and competitiveness have come from me of yesterday versus me today. It's always been the person I see in that mirror and trying to be the best that I can be. And so it was never been about competing with other people. I just, even now, you know, I'm a part of an incredible team of super trainers. Oh my gosh. And they're very successful. They have great programs. But guys, I'm telling you right now, I don't compete with anybody on that team. I'm not in it for that. You know, my competition is always going to be myself and me being the best that I can be. And in knowing that, you know, I'm free to support them in their endeavors and in their programs. And there's no insecurity, there's no jealousy, there's no nothing, because my attention is strictly on becoming the best Chris Downing I can be and bringing to you guys the best product I can be, the product that I could bring. So that's always been my mindset. I feel like when you start, competing with other people, you're in fear, you're afraid. And again, what is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. I'm gonna say it again. Fear is false evidence appearing real. I just said it in my test group in our weekly conversation. Has anybody on this call ever seen fear walking down the street? Have you ever said, been driving, like, hey, y'all, look, there's fear. Hey, fear, what's going on? It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Fear is an illusion, guys. And how we attain the fear is what we attract. We attract circumstances in our life that causes us to fear. But you can't attract it to you unless you're radiating it, unless you're releasing it to the universe. So now you're panicking over something that isn't even a reality. It's an illusion. And it's all based on what you see, what you hear, and what you say. You see what I'm saying? Those through 3 areas is the gateway to your soul. That's where all your emotions is. That's where your creative genius is. That's where everything that you possess as a human being, that's where it resides, is in your soul. And so I'm saying all of that to say this: as far as your coaching business, I'm going to give you what I believe is the key to your success. Many of you are struggling with so much, and it has nothing to do with your team, has nothing to do with your production as far as the results you're getting. That's not the answer. The answer lies in one place and one place only. How much do you love yourself? Period. All the success you want is based on how much you love yourself. Now, we get criticized and persecuted because in the eyes of the world, that's considered being self-absorbed or being conceited. And I'm telling you right now, that's a lie. That's a trap. That's not the truth. I said it yesterday and again in my call. And I'm sorry to you guys in the test group if I'm repeating myself from yesterday. And this is why I'm saying this. The most important person in my life, yes, I have kids, I have a family. The most important person in my life is me. Straight up. And here's the reason why. Because there was a period that I realized that I put everybody before me. I put my kids before me. Sometimes I put my friends before me. Sometimes I put, other people before me. And in doing that, I thought I was doing the right thing. But what I was doing was I was sacrificing myself. I wasn't giving myself equal attention that I was giving everybody else. So now I'm operating on basically 60, 70% of my being as a person. So what I'm saying is I'm giving to my kids. I'm trying to be the best dad I can be on 70%, while I'm giving everybody else 100%. So now I'm raising my kids and off of a 70% mindset. All my actions, all my endeavors is only producing at 70%. And subliminally, that's what I'm passing on to them. I'm passing on to them that when they get older, that's how my dad did it. I'm feeding them that energy of something you really can't see. It's an energy and it's subliminal. I'm feeding them 70%. I'm teaching my son, pursue your dreams 70%. Take care of your family 70%. Love your mom 70%. Love your sister 70%. All because I'm giving them 100 and I'm giving myself 70. And I'm giving them the blueprint of their future. So you're asking me, okay, Chris, why are you saying this? I'm saying that because that's what we're doing in our businesses. Because we're not putting us first. We're not putting us first with our nutrition. We're not putting us first with how we, approach our dreams and goals. We're not putting ourselves first in our day-to-day. We're constantly serving other people. And you're supposed to serve other people after you get yourself together. You know why? Because if something was to happen to me today, my kids are done. I'm their hero. I'm their role model. If something happens to me today, who's going to take care of my kids? Nobody. Who's going to run my gyms? Nobody. Who's going to fulfill my Beachbody obligations? Nobody. So in knowing that, I'm like, man, I got to be my absolute best. Now, someone say, well, why wasn't you, producing at 100%? Because I didn't love myself. What do you mean? I didn't love myself. Because if I loved myself, I wouldn't put things in my body that's going to hurt me. You see what I'm saying? So I had a call yesterday. It was an awesome call. And there was a sweet coach. She was like, I love these foods, and it hit me like, okay, you love you struggling with nutrition because you reward yourself because you love this specific food. So my question to her was, okay, you love that food, but does that food love you back? And it was like, wow. And what I meant by that was, we're prisoners of our taste buds. We love certain things, but is that thing you love loving you back? Here's an example. My favorite thing was kettle corn popcorn. I love it. And I mean, I love it. Friday nights, I'm eating it by the bag. The sweet and salty by Indiana. Woo, crazy, incredible. So I loved it. You know what I mean? And I loved certain foods. But the question was it loving me back? Absolutely not. Some of the food had gluten in it. So I'm in the bathroom curled over because I got a stomach ache or I'm sick. I don't feel good. So I love the taste of this food, but this food ain't loving me back because I'm getting sick and different things is happening. So I'm saying that to say this, there's certain foods we love. The only reason why we love it because they become comfort to us. They became something that we can mask, something that will help us take away the pain of something we're afraid to face. The thing you're afraid to face is you're afraid to love yourself. So you're eating something and you looking in the mirror, and when you look in the mirror, you see that you gain weight. So now you're even more depressed because that very thing you love, whether it's Starbucks or whatever it is, this showing you how it feels about you is adding weight to you, which is affecting your mind, which is affecting your confidence, which is affecting what you feel your self-worth is. So when you look in the mirror, you see the extra weight on you, where really all you see is the very thing that you love, right? That's not who you really are, because inside you is something so amazing. Inside of you is something so great. Your purpose. You're more fit than ever. You're more intelligent than ever. You're succeeding. You have more love, joy, peace, happiness than ever. All of that is being buried by what you love or giving yourself attention to. So now you love, I'm speaking on nutrition on this part, but now you love this particular food, but it's not showing you that it loves you back. It's actually hurting you. And now that it's hurting you, it's affecting your mind. Now you can't think as clearly as you're supposed to think to operate your business. Now you don't have the confidence because of what you see in the mirror to approach your business with confidence, because now you have self-doubt because you feel inadequate, you feel insecure. Now you've added depression, now you've added anxiety, and we're supposed to be helping each other. We're supposed to be helping people. So how can you help somebody from that state if you don't love yourself? It's impossible. Like I'm telling you right now, I won't sell one DVD if I don't love myself. Because if I love myself, then I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I produce everything I need to produce to give you guys the best product so that you can feel my love, feel my compassion, feel my passion to bring out the best in other people. How can I bring out the best in other people if I don't want to bring out the best in myself? Does that make sense to you? So I'm saying that to say this. If you're a coach, first and foremost, if you have a team, embrace that. You have a team, you have a bunch of followers. You want your team to grow? Do you really want your team to grow? The only way your team is going to grow is based on how much you love yourself. If you love yourself, you're going to put the proper foods in your body. That way, here's the reason. Because of the nutrients. The nutrients is going to enhance your brain, enhance your creativity, enhance your strategic ways so that you can build on your business. So you're going to love yourself more, which means you're going to work out. You're going to, even if you have to modify, first of all, let me talk about that right now. I don't give two barrels of monkey crap if you modify, or if you do the exercise not modifying. Who cares? Stop comparing yourself to other people. This is your journey. This is your life. This is your moment, man. If you need to modify. But guess what? While you're modifying, visualize yourself doing it correctly. Not correctly. Visualize yourself doing it like everybody else, or how you truly desire to do it. Now, you're doing that. You're visualizing that. You're connecting with it emotionally. You see yourself doing this move, not modifying, right? But in the practical, you're eating the right foods, which is doing what? It's going to help you lose weight, lose inches, give you more energy, take the pressure off your knees, joints, and tendons. So now, before you know it, you're going to be performing at the level you want to perform, because in the practical, you're doing all the right things to complement what you see in your mind. Here's where we're going wrong. People see themselves as not good enough, having self-doubt, insecure, jealous. They're having envy. They're depressed. They're having anxiety. So guess what you're doing? You're eating the same foods that's keeping that same identity inside of you. You're eating the same, it's still eating the same sugar. The sugar is doing what? It's affecting your brain. It's making you tired. It's putting weight on you. It's not allowing you to perform at your optimum level. So this is how you see yourself, right? Because you see yourself like that, you're radiating that into the universe, which is causing you to desire the things you really don't want. All of the sweets, all of the carbs, all of the bad stuff that you feel like you're in bondage to, is because you're allowing that to live in you based on how you see yourself. Here's the deal. All of us have kids. I'm pretty sure 99% of us on here have kids. I would not go upstairs right now and give my son a glass of Coca-Cola or Sprite. There's no way. Why would I give my kid poison? I love him. You see what I'm saying? I love him. I make little Chris eat organically. I really do. He has the same dairy allergy I have. He has the beginning stages of it, but I know it's going to develop into it because he's just like me. So why would I give him things that's going to enhance that allergy? Why would I hurt my son like that? Why would I give him milk when I know it's going to make him congested and he's going to be, hacking all night? Why would I love him? Why would I give that to him? Even if he likes it, why would I give it to him? Okay, why are we doing this to ourselves? Because we don't love ourselves. We don't. If you love yourself, you're going to do whatever it takes to bring out the best in yourself, which means you're going to take good care of yourself, period. We don't need all this medicine, guys. We don't need to be on all this medication. Let me explain something to you. All this medication is just masking the problem. The problem is still there. It's convincing you that you don't have that problem. You have that problem because as soon as you get off the medicine, guess what happens? You have withdrawal symptoms. That ain't withdrawals. The withdrawal symptoms is just the same problem you thought you was masking. So what I'm asking everybody to do right now is to really sit down tonight and really reevaluate, what do you really want from this moment forward. Accept everything that's at this moment right now. Accept it all. Good, the bad, the ugly. Accept it, because it was all of your decisions and choices is what brought you to this place. So we can't blame anybody else because all of that came from within. It was based on our decisions, right? So I don't want anybody beating themselves up. I don't want anybody feeling guilty or this call isn't for that. I'm not into breaking people. That's not my character. So my point is this: accept it. All the good, all the bad, all the ugly, the state you in right now, accept it. You know why? Because the physical realm you see right this moment is only a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Inside of you, you got some areas that's thriving, right? You got some areas that's struggling. But if you look into the physical realm, you'll be able to match, okay, that area is thriving. That's because I feel this way on the inside. This area is struggling. That's because I feel this way on the inside. For example, if you look in the mirror, not like what you see, you're struggling in that area. Okay, so what's going on inside? What are you putting in your mouth that's complementing that outside reflection? That makes sense to you? So I'm saying all of that to say this. I want everybody from this moment forward, Accept it, the good, bad, the ugly. This is how we're going to fix this. Everyone's going to write down goals now. You're going to, when I got in trouble and I was in that broken state, had nothing, man. Friends left, people turned their back on me. I had, you know, it was just the worst place ever. And I wrote that letter to myself. And in that letter, which many of you already know, I put in this letter everything I wanted for myself. Not what was physically going on because it was bad. I wrote everything I wanted for myself on this piece of paper. It was a bunch of words, and I realized, okay, these are just words. Like I need to bring a life to it. I need to give it a heartbeat. So what did I do? I had to add emotion to these words. As I said in many calls, I would cry and read this letter to myself. There's times I would read it just when I'm in a really good mood. I'll get the letter. I'm in a good mood, so I'm reading it in a good mood. I had to provide an identity so it was real to me. Same thing with you guys. From this moment forward, I want a list of goals, man. Write a list of goals. Write a letter to yourself. First of all, apologize to yourself for not loving yourself. That's the first thing you need to do. Look in the mirror, point to that mirror, and say, you know what? I am so sorry. All this time, I haven't been loving you. You have been so good to me. Despite how I've been treating you, you still get me from A to B every day. We've been struggling, but somehow we get through it. This ain't, people can say, oh, you crazy. You ain't crazy. If I'm sitting here talking to you right now as I am, and I'm pointing, you listening to everything I'm saying, right? So that just goes to show the power of words. If you can let me encourage you, you can let me motivate you. Why can't you encourage and motivate yourself? I mean, that's not being self-centered or self-conceited or conceited. That means you love yourself. So I need tonight, go to the mirror. First and foremost, apologize to yourself. Tell yourself, make a vow. I will never hurt you again. Okay, what does that mean? I'll never put bad things in you that's going to affect your creativity and prevent you from being the absolute best you can be. I will never allow you to speak anything negative about you ever again. I will never allow you to give less than your best. I believe in you. I know that you was created for great things. I knew you was created for a purpose. The world needs you. I need you to stand up on the inside right now and manifest your God-given talents and manifest it to the world so you can live the life you truly were created to live. So I want you to write a letter to yourself. If you're a coach, I want you to write down goals. What do you really, really want? Not what's safe, not what Carolyn or not what this person or that person accomplished. No, it ain't about them. Remember, there's no competition. This is the old you versus the new you want to become. And the only way you're going to manifest this person you want to become is if you deal with it head on. And this is what I mean. You write that letter. You write those goals down. What exactly do you want? Once you write those goals down, guys, that's your foundation. Anything moving forward, any decision you make, if it doesn't reflect that paper, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, it's a trap. I'm going to say it again. When you write down these goals, and I want you to write down physical goals, what do you want to look like? If you see yourself in that dress, see yourself in that dress. What do you want to look like? How do you feel on a daily basis? Yeah, we're humans. We're going to have our ups and downs. But I can tell you right now, I live 90% of my life happy. 95% of my life happy. There's times I'm struggling, but then I try not to stay in it long because that's not the kind of person I am. I got to rise above it. Things happen. We lose relatives. We get hurt. We deal with different things. You got to deal with those emotions, but don't let it keep you down. So my point is, I want a physical goal. Write out a physical. What do you look like? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you want to become physically, mentally? What do you want to become mentally? How sharp are your thoughts? What kind of thoughts do you have? Are you creative? Are you a genius? Are you intelligent? You need to write that because that's your mind. Emotionally, how do you respond emotionally to things? When you're dealing with confrontation, do you not respond out of emotion? How do you view yourself? If it's depression, visualize yourself not having it. I want an emotional goal. And then I want a career goal. What do you really want for yourself? Now, let's talk about that for a second. If it's to expand your business to be as absolutely successful you can be, guess what? Every decision you make has to reflect that now. It has to, which means what you put in your mouth, what you watch, the circle of influence you have around you, the people. One of the worst things you can possibly do when you're in pursuit of your dreams and goals is keeping people around you that you allow their insecurities to get on you. I'm telling you the honest, good, and the truth. I'm going to say it again. One of the most subliminal and dangerous things you can allow yourself to experience while pursuing your dreams and goals is keeping the company around you that have this bad, man. They got bad energy, because that will attach to your life. I'm telling you right now, it will. So how do you handle that? I just gave the same illustration. It's actually my favorite one. I say it all the time because it makes the most sense to me. If I'm at a restaurant with my kids, right, I'll order food. The restaurant's packed. I order food for everybody. The waiter comes in 15, 20 minutes, brings the food, sets the food on the table. It just so happened to be not what I ordered. It just so happened to be the family next to me's meals. First thing I'm going to say is, oh, I'm sorry, waiter. I didn't order that. That's not my food. He's going to take it and place the meals where they belong. Now, if it's that simple for me to identify that that's not my food, why is it so hard to reject the negative comments people say about you? You're ugly. You'll never amount to nothing. You're weak. You don't have what it takes to be better. This is an illusion. You have unrealistic expectations. You'll never amount to nothing. Your business will never grow because this person didn't grow. Why do you allow that to attach to you? If you can so easily tell a waiter that's not our food, when you guys deal with these things, when this stuff comes at you, you just need to look at it for what it is. Like, first of all, you're not talking to me. You're talking to somebody else because I'm a genius. I was created with a purpose. My purpose is to love, empower, and inspire people. I'm living the absolute best life I can live. I'm more fit than ever. I'm happier than ever. I have more love, more joy, more peace. I'm more successful than ever. That's what you got to keep in your mind. That's the foundation of who you are. You can never, and I'm telling you right now, you're never going to be happy, guys, until you start walking in your purpose. I'm telling you, because everything I just said is connected to your purpose. The reason why we deal with so much stress, anxiety, and depression is we just out here living life crazy. We're just allowing life to slap us around because we don't have an idea of where we're heading or where we're going. We don't know where we're going. We're not connected to our purpose. So we just taking whatever life has to give us. We're taking any type of friendships that people want to be our friend because we're insecure. So now we got this insecurity in our life. We have this depression in our life. So we resonate that in the universe. Now we're attracting people in our life that's keeping us in that same state. We're not attracting people in our life that's going to bring out the best in us because we don't look at the best in ourselves. You see what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with competing with other people. This has everything to do with you being better today than you were yesterday, and tomorrow being better that day than you were today. Every gift you need, I'm telling you right now, every gift you need to be the absolute best you can be is internal. Here's why I'm telling you this, because what you read, you allow yourself to marinate. You allow it to work on your brain. It helps you become more creativity. You have inspired thoughts. What you eat is what gives you the energy for your day-to-day, to push hard in the gym, push hard in your business, to give you the energy to sustain you throughout the day as you navigate every day through your purpose. You see what I'm saying? What you say out of your mouth, you are resonating that in the universe. You're going to attract the things you say that's either going to keep you in that state or propel you forward. You gotta watch what you say, what you listening to. Stop letting people put their insecurities on you. That's not your stuff, man. That's their stuff. Each person has to walk out their own salvation, man. They gotta walk out their own purpose. And a lot of people, when they don't connect to their purpose and walk out their purpose, they don't want you to accomplish yours. So your insecurities in you and their insecurities in them have made it. They're best friends. Nah, man, you don't want those insecurities. Go fulfill the life you was created to fulfill, guys. So I'm saying all that to say this. You want your coaching business to grow? You have to grow. You want your business to grow? You got to grow. Everything you're at right now, you're frustrated. Here's why you're frustrated. You're frustrated because physically, you're at a standstill. You're stagnant. That's because you've already maxed out the area of space that you're supposed to be in. But your spirit is moving forward saying, come on, Allie, let's go. Come on, Chris, let's go. Come on, Mandy, let's go. Let's go to the next level. But physically, you just want to be stuck. But your spirit is saying, there's so much more I have for you. Come on, let's go. And you can't allow that. You got to stay, your physical body and your spirit has to stay connected. The only way to stay connected is if you make every decision based off of your dreams and that letter you write to yourself. And Mandy and Allie, I wasn't picking on you. Those are just the names that came to me. And so don't be texting me like, why you say that about me? No, but what I'm saying, guys, is we're supposed to be evolving as people. Like, we have so much talent, so much potential. You want your business to grow, you got to take yourself to the next level. When you go to the next level, guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract people to your life that's going to help you go to the next level. I don't care who you are. You need people to get you to where you're going in your destination, in your purpose. You can't do it by yourself. It's impossible. That's why so many people in this world. That's why we have relationships. You need people, but there's people waiting on you right now that has the answers that you've been asking for, but they can't give it to you until you step it up on the inside, till you get into a better state, because with much is given, much is required. So in order to go to that next level, that's more responsibility. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm being 100% honest with you. If I'd have got this Beachbody contract 3 years ago, right before I got in trouble, man, I'd be broke. I'd have blew it. I'd have blew the money, because I was doing well. I was successful, but I wasn't disciplined. I spent what I want, did what I want, wherever I want, bought whatever I want. I didn't care. It's just because I just knew that I would make it again. But when I hit rock bottom and I was 1 meal away from ramen noodles, that's when I started appreciating a dollar bill. That's when I realized $50 was just as much as 10,000. That's when I realized, like, whoa, this is, that $40 go a long way. You know what I mean? 40,000 is, whoa, that's the same in my eyes. So I had to start respecting, I had to respect the value of a dollar. But that came with immaturity. Like, I was immature. To even have that mindset, I was immature. But now I'm ready. I'm ready to handle wealth. I'm ready to make the right decisions to move forward, because I went through so much hardship. Please don't need hardship to get you to where you want to be. I'm asking you right now. That's the only reason why I'm doing this call, man. I don't want anybody on this call to ever feel the brokenness I felt, the depression I felt, the emptiness I felt, the loneliness I felt, the abandonment, the rejection, the betrayal, the depression, the anxiety, the suicidal thoughts that would come, like, present itself to me. I don't want you guys to feel that way. That's why I'm asking you to take action now before it gets to that point. Because if you don't take action, it's either one thing's going to happen. You're going to either stay where you are and decay in that state, or you're going to evolve and go to the next level. And every day you flirting with that. Every day, and people call me anal, and I understand. I am. So what? Every day I tell myself, man, when I walk in this house tonight, I got to be better than I left. Because if I don't, I gotta see that in the mirror. Like, what did you do today? Tomorrow's not promised. What if you pass away in your sleep? You see what I'm saying? Like, I just try not to take anything for granted. So what I'm asking you to do is, if you want your coaching business to really grow, it has nothing to do with Beachbody. It has nothing to do with your team. Quit blaming your team. It has nothing to do with your team. It has everything to do with you. Listen, your team can't grow unless you grow. It's the bottom line. Everything is internal. Everything you want to accomplish, all the wealth, all the success, that fit body, that renewed mindset, everything you want is internal. You got to look within. First and foremost, forgive yourself, man. Quit beating yourself up. The world will beat you up. The world will slap you around. Don't help them by slapping yourself around. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Accept everywhere you are. Get back to your dreams and goals. Tomorrow, when you hit the ground running, every decision you make got to be based off that paper. If it don't reflect that paper, do not do it. It's going to set you back. You understand what I'm saying? Don't matter what it is. Now, as far as working out, I want you guys to understand, and I'm saying it, this isn't about having abs. This isn't about having 4, 5, and 6% body fat. Man, forget all that. This is about being healthy so that you can pass on your success to your generations. You see what I'm saying? This is about you being the best you can be in this lifetime, because we don't get another life. This is it. So what I'm asking you to do is, if your goal is to be 20 pounds lighter, 15 pounds lighter, 10 pounds lighter, focus on that if that's your goal. But do whatever it's going to take, guys, so that you can be your absolute best. Now, when you become your absolute best, guess what happens? You become infectious. You know what that means? That means when you step outside to go wherever you go, you're going to attract people to you, because they feel your aura. They feel your swag. They feel your aura. They feel that you're confident. Why is that girl so confident? Why does that dude walk with so much confidence? But the world will tell you, an insecure person, a person that's in doubt and fear, will say, oh, he's arrogant. Oh, she thinks her stuff don't stink. Oh, she's self-absorbed. Don't listen to that, man. Don't listen to that. You want to be infectious. You want people to wonder why you have that glow. Why are you so happy? Why do you walk with so much joy? Why do you have so much confidence? And then you know what you do? You share with them. I reinvented myself. That's right. I reinvented myself. I wrote a letter to myself. I wrote goals down. of what I really wanted to accomplish, because I realized I had the power all along. I was giving my power to other people that was keeping me stagnant. I was giving my power to other people that was keeping me broke, busted, disgusted, depressed, anxiety, fear, suicidal. I was allowing people to keep me in that state till I got a glimpse of my potential. I got a glimpse of what I was created for. I got a glimpse that I was put on this earth to do great things. I was put on this earth to accomplish anything I want, to make my family's life better and the people around me better. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what success means to me? Listen, I could sell a million copies of the Shift Shop right now. And if I'm only just taking care of my family, guess what? That ain't success to me. Success to me is when it leaves my house and go to somebody else's. When it leaves my house and go to yours. You make the shift. You all of a sudden become the absolute best you can be. You empowering your circle of influence. You empowering your team. They're making the shift. Everybody's team is growing. Everybody's thriving. Everybody's successful. Now we done created a global movement where now there's no more obesity, no more depression, no more anxiety. All of the things we created on the inside of us that was not outside. We didn't take a pill. We didn't do a substance. We didn't smoke a joint. We didn't do anything that's going to give us a false illusion. Everything we created was so euphoric because it came from within us. That's been inside of us all along. But you're looking outward for your answers when all your answers are inside, guys. I'm telling you now, everything you want is internal. Why do you think prayer and meditation is so powerful? Who you think you talking to? You talking to your best, your higher self. You talking to your genius. God already gave you the gifts. He ain't gonna give you no more. He gave you everything you need when he created you. You gotta identify with it. You gotta nurture it. You gotta develop it. You gotta manifest it to the world. You gotta walk this thing out. If he gave it to us, then we just gonna abuse it. You're gonna abuse it. All this hard shit we dealing with, we ain't got to deal with this stuff, y'all. We doing it because of bad decisions we're making, bad food we put in our body, the people we hanging around, how we view life, things we say, things we hear, and we accepting things that has nothing to do for our purpose at all. We're accepting things that will complement our death, complement aborting our dreams, complement suicidal thoughts into our dreams and goals and our ambitions for life. That's what we compromising, man. We playing games. That cartoon where you see the cartoon character here, you got the devil on this side and the angel on this side, man, that's real. Whatever voice you listen to, whatever you feed is going to grow. Period. Whatever you feed is going to grow. If you're going to feed negativity, you're going to stay complacent. You're going to stay mediocre. You're going to feed that monster. It's going to become strong. It's going to attract other things in your life that's going to keep you in that state. But if you start speaking positivity over your life, you're feeding your higher self, your best self. Guess what's going to happen? Things are going to change, guys. It has to, because you've been speaking negative things and that showed up. So if you speak positive things, it has to show up. When it shows up, guess what it does? It gives you confidence. It gives you confidence to go a step further, believe more, try more, bigger dreams. Then you accomplish that. Guess what? You got to stay humble, because as soon as you get arrogant and full of pride, you're going right back. It's a whole nother level of problems you don't want to deal with. That's why you got to stay humble. You have to stay humble, and you got to keep giving. But most importantly, give to yourself first and give to everybody else second. Keep that balance as you continue to thrive. When you thrive, everybody around you succeed. Everybody around you get better. That's what it's about. So if you're sitting here with self-doubt, you're sitting here with fear, worry, not being consistent, it's because you don't love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you would be consistent taking care of yourself. You're consistent taking care of your kids. You're consistent taking care of the people who don't appreciate you. You're making their lives better. So why can't you do it to yourself? You see what I'm saying? Number one person in your life is you. You got to love you unconditionally. Once you love you unconditionally, I'm telling you right now, you ain't never, ever seen success like you getting ready to see it, because you're going to be walking with a completely different walk. You're going to see life through different lenses. You're not going to take you for granted or the people around you for granted. You're going to love yourself. You're going to want the best for yourself. You're going to put the best foods in your body. You're going to give yourself the best efforts in everything you do. So what? All of that stuff is generated from inside. It's going to change everything you see in the physical, man. Everything. Everything you see in the physical has to change, because it's all a manifestation of what's inside of you. So stop beating yourself up, guys. Again, I'm telling you, you're not stuck. You're not. It's an illusion. It's a lie that you've been telling yourself. How can you be stuck when you're great, man? How can you stuck when you have purpose? I dare every last one of y'all on this call, all 216 of you, I dare you to challenge your purpose. You have no idea what you were created to do. You were created to do great
things. You're not an accident. This is not a lie. You were created to do phenomenal things. Stop blaming other people. It's not other people's fault. It's your stuff. I always say it. What they eat don't make you shit. So you can't blame everybody else for where you are right now. You got to blame yourself because it's your decisions. So you have to take action now. You have to accept everything. Don't be delusional. Don't live in denial. Okay, I'm in a bad place or I'm in a struggling place. I identify with it. You want to identify with it one time because you're acknowledging the fact that, okay, this is my situation. I take 110% of responsibility. Now I'm getting ready to make this shift. I wasn't talking about the shift shop. I'm about to make this shift and change everything right now. Writing out the goals or writing out the letter to myself every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm saying it. I'm connecting emotion to it. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, guys. You know what? And it's not even faking it. It's really exercising your faith. That's why someone said, well, you got to fake it till you make it. When you're not really faking it. You're just speaking something that isn't as if it is. So it's actually you activating your faith. What you're doing is saying something that you don't physically see right now. You can't be those kind of people that always have to see something happen first. You got to pretend like it's already happening. You got to walk, talk, see things like it's already happening. If you need to lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, you need to be training like you got 6 or 7% body fat. Even if you're modifying, give it your all. If you're extremely fit, guess what? If you want to go to the next level, you need to be training based on that thought, what you have. Now, here's another thing. As far as like your business, if you want to see your business grow, you need to start visualizing yourself with this big team, with this big company. How big do you really want it? Sometimes our teams don't grow and our businesses don't grow because we don't have a vision for it. We don't see it growing. So it's just staying the way it is. But yet your spirit is like, dude, give me a glimpse of what you want so I can lead you there. But physically, you just stuck. And then you start getting frustrated. You know, the frustration happens because your spirit is over there, your physical body's over here, and that gap between you staying here and your spirit way up there, and that gap is where frustration comes. Now you're frustrated off of all you have to do is take action. That's it. Take action in your mind first. Visualize everything you want in your business. How many people? Visualize your relationships with those people. And that's real. Next thing you know, all those people are going to show up. But before more show up, nurture, love, empower, and inspire the people you have right now. Inspire them first. When you bring out the best in them, more has to come because they're going to bring them to you. Because what did I say? You're going to be infectious. You're going to be infectious, guys. That's all it is, man. Listen, I have a gift, man. I have struggles. Yes, man, I have struggles. Sometimes I look in the mirror like, dude, get it together, bruh. I have struggles. I realize I have a gift. And I realize that this gift is, I got to be careful how I use this gift, man. Because the gift I have is to empower, love, and inspire other people. I see stuff. I feel stuff. My test group will tell you, I read their mail all the time. I'll just say something. I was already thinking that. Oh my gosh. It's because I'm connected to them. And in my heart and in my spirit, I want what's best for everybody. So when you have that kind of, you know, mindset to bring out the best in other people, you start getting intuition. You start feeling things and hearing things. But I can never be in that state if I'm not striving to be the best in myself. Because that's a serious gift, man. To be able to feel and hear and see things, you got to be at a certain level to be able to receive, see, and hear it. If I'm in a delusional state, I'm beating myself up. How am I going to help everybody else, man? I'm not going to be able to do it. So I got to do daily work on myself just so that I can empower my team while empowering myself. Does that make sense to you? And I know I kind of jumped around a lot of different places. It's just what I was feeling at the time. You know, none of this was scripted. I just kind of idea what I want to talk about. But I hope you guys understand, man. You're not an accident, man. All the stuff that's happened to this point, embrace it. It is what it is. Celebrate it. Okay, you want to really see what you're made of? Climb up out of it. Redemption moment for everybody on this call. There's nothing more powerful than a person that redeems himself from the gutter, from the bottom, because it's so crowded at the bottom, guys. Oh my gosh, walk out your door. It's so many people at the bottom, and I'm not picking or judging anybody. I'm just saying the bottom is crowded, man. It's full of anger, hatred, jealousy, envy, you name it. There's a bunch of people at the bottom and they don't know how to get out of it. They're bickering between each other and it's just chaos. And all they need to realize is I don't even have to be down here. All I got to do is make this shift on the inside. I can rise above all of this. That's all it is. This has to be a redemption moment for me and everybody else on this call from this moment forward. Write those goals down. Write those dreams down. Celebrate who you are. Can't let life beat us up anymore. Now, I want to try to reach out to you guys as much as I can a couple days a week. And again, I kind of brought up the Shift Shop, but I don't want to talk about that program. I'm just kind of giving you the Shift Shop mindset of why I'm saying what I'm saying, because even the people in the test group will tell you, like, everybody, man, I can't express to you how proud I am of that group of people. I'm seeing people's marriages restored. I mean, there was people in that was in that test group that sent me messages that they was heading for divorce. I mean, heading to divorce. This program came out. Before you knew it, they started working out together. And they fell in love with each other all over again. I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm like Dr. Phil. No, I'm joking. No, but they send me messages and I'm in awe like, oh my gosh, over doing a bear crawl together? Damn, that's what it took for y'all to make up? A bear crawl? Now give me 50 burpees. See, now I really challenge your love. No, I'm joking. But yeah, there's people that was on medication that all of a sudden, that the constant encouragement, they're off the medication now. Everybody see life through different lenses. Man, that test group, they're like a bunch of caged animals. They ready to let this out. And I'm going to have their back, man. My people at my home gym, man, those are the most loyal people I've ever seen in my life. I love my home gym. And we like a small group. I don't care if we stay that small, because that's my clique. That's my team. That's my family. But guys, seriously, in all seriousness, I need everybody to wake up on the inside, man. Stand up. Come on, stand up. No more beating yourself up. No more thinking you was dealt a bad hand. The hand you was dealt was the hand that you created. Just like me, when I was in all that trouble, the decisions that I made by talking about, saying what I said to put me in that situation. Hey man, I created that. But it was rough, man. It was rough, and so, I'm so thankful that I was able to come out of it and have so much wisdom, but I just don't want y'all to feel that. So seriously, guys, check yourself, man. Check yourself internally. What do you really want? I'm going to say it again and I'm going to let you go. What do you really, truly want for yourself? What do you want? Write it down. Guess what? The only person that can abort it or give birth to it is you. Nobody can stop you unless you allow them. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just stay consistent in the practical things. Okay? Stay consistent in the practical things. And I promise you guys, it's going to happen. When I read that letter to myself and connected with it emotionally, Carl was out on that turf running, decided to come out with an outdoor program. They called me 5 months later. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I just knew something big was going to happen. That's all you need to know. Something is going to happen. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I am no different than any of you. I tie my shoes the same way you tie yours. If it can happen for me, it can happen for you. What do you really want? What do you really want? Write it down. Connect with it emotionally. Every decision you make from this moment forward has to reflect that letter or those goals. I promise you, that's your life right there. That's your purpose. In the moment, I'm telling you right now, the moment, guys, the moment you get a glimpse of your potential and your purpose on this earth, I promise you, it's going to change your life forever. And you'll look back and your mess will be your message to your people. Your test will be your testimony to all the people you cross in your lifetime. And you're going to be an impactful human being doing great exploits and extremely successful with all the love, joy, peace that comes with it. That's life. That's wholeness. That's what this is all about, guys. So stay strong, stay focused, write your dreams and goals down, write that letter to yourself. I'm here, man. I got 3 weeks. I don't have to go out of town until we go to Summit. If you need me, man, shoot me a message. Listen, if 209 of us get it and start making better decisions, and that one person don't get it, guess what? We all still lose. We can't lead that one sheep. Everybody needs to be accountable to each other, all right? But most importantly, be accountable to the most important person in your life, and that's you, all right? I'll see you guys soon.